And today we have Miss. So tell me, what do you do year fourth at the elementary school?
I actually advocate for parents that have children with disabilities.
So you're a para-educator, basically.
Yeah, yes, I am. You can say I learned a lot since we moved here from California. Services that can help parents and children in schools and teachers to learn how to deal with children with behaviors and emotional behaviors.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So tell me, what do you like about this school? Because this is like a wonderful school, right? What do you like about it?
Today.
Sometimes good days, bad days.
I actually like how they have more services today and more educational service for parents that have meetings. That she put me in a PTO, and Miss M and Miss Burton had services that are connected to Baltimore City Community College or Baltimore City Public Schools, and the newscast that they have parents all around Maryland from different counties to come in once a month, or it's like a big social for parents that can talk about services that their children need in schools in other counties.
That's interesting, though. Because from
Columbia, Howard, Prince George's, the DC area, and then
basically the DMV, really.
Yes.
Because from sorry, Kasha, what were you saying?
No, I'm just saying that's what so far that since I've been back in the school of educating people, mostly both teachers and staff, and then the parents of getting their children tested, and where to get them tested, and the services they can get provided at home if they needed it or would like to have it.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Because me personally, I won't say I was bad in school. They tried to give me an IEP or something like that because my behavior was terrible, even though I didn't really need it. Like, I was just bored, really. Like, I was.
That means you had ADHD.
No, like I literally was. Maybe not. I've never been tested. I've never been tested for ADHD, but yeah. So because like back in school for me, like I'm book smart, right? So but then I didn't want to have all that pressure and stuff. So I was just put in a lazy class. I just kind of stayed in a lazy class, and I was kind of bored. And then I started acting up because after I was done my work, I didn't really have much. So they didn't really put much pressure on me. So I was just like, and yeah, like this happened.
Yeah, I found out that Kenny Krieger helped, Mel Washington helped. I just don't like how they're behind when it comes to testing kids on their disabilities, educational disabilities, because where my daughters were born at, they got tested at the age of 2 before they went to school. Here you have to wait between 5 and 5th grade.
Yeah, because that's the kind of the development age, kind of in a way, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand what you're coming from with that. So tell me more. What's your favorite book? Or what was the last book you read?
I have several books.
The last book you read, do you remember?
Well, I'm also a tutor, so then
Also for English, for reading?
for English and math.
English and math. So you got
for disabled children.
also you actually have to read books and stuff.
Yeah. But the reading book I read, I think, was like Dot's Diaries.
Dot's Diaries? What about favorite movie?
I have several of them.
Have you seen The Book Thief? No.
No.
Good book. Girl Steals of Books. Yeah. What about Love and Basketball? Everybody's seen that, right?
Everybody likes Love and Basketball.
So who do you think was going to play, if they did a remake this year or sometime in the near future, this next 4 years, who do you think is, or next 6 years, who do you think is going to play the two main characters if they did a remake?
I would say the actor that played in the Tyler Perry's.
For the main character?
For the man.
Oh, what about the lady? Because I know, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure.
I'm not really sure about that one. Because there's several different
people that kind of fit that.
Fit that profile.
Did you watch BET growing up?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Did you like BET? and now it's kind of white owned. So you said you mentioned you from New York. So how is it different from Baltimore? Tell me a little about New
It's
York.
not that much different.
It's not
It's just that you have more Latinos and immigrants and
New York.
Cubans and
Did you say Cubans?
Cubans.
Oh, Cubans. So Cuban people from Cuba in New York than over here.
And then you got more Puerto Rican blacks.
Yeah,
Than you do
that's true. Then over down here.
down here, because a lot of people when they first met me thought I was African American.
Yeah, that's what me too. I thought you were like just light skinned like early, but so you speak Spanish?
A little bit.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? That's the basic, right? Everybody got to know that. Even they teach you that in elementary school, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they should start, since you're a tutor? Do you think they should start teaching children like at what age? Sorry, English is not my first language either. At what age do you think that they should start teaching children a different language, like bilingual?
Well, I try to teach it between the age of 3 and 5. But in my children, they actually learned it. You introduce it to them first.
As they're growing up, right?
Yeah. So even though my husband speaks English, mostly we try to have my mother and my side of the family speak Spanish.
So they can learn it.
Even if they don't know it.
Oh,
It'd
cool.
be best to hear it and recognize it, so then it can be ready. Because I wanted children that speak a different language.
So that bilingual kind of.
Yeah.
Quick question: how do they? Sorry, don't mind me asking. Are they still like elementary school children?
No.
Middle school or high school?
2 high schools and I have 2 high school students and 1 elementary.
Oh, never mind. Because I was gonna say because nowadays you can't hit children. Like you gotta be careful with them. You can't exactly because there's a law that you can't spank them. You can't do this. You gotta be careful. So I thought of ways to kind of punish them. Like you could lock them in a room with food. Put food in there.
I know, but you can't do that anymore.
You can't put them send them to their rooms no more. Really?
Not in the Latino family.
No. So how do you punish children nowadays? Because nowadays there's so many things you can't punish them.
Really, you can't. There's all types of, you have mental abuse, and then you got verbal abuse.
So how do you punish children nowadays? Because
I don't with my kids.
No, like I'm saying, because I had a idea that will actually help them learn a different language. Like you send them to their room and put like speakers in the room, but put on a whole different language and just lock them in there and have them put the whole thing on repeat, so they listen to a whole different foreign language for the whole day. I'm still young too, but that's actually a good idea. Like is a punishment, but it's
no.
No, seriously, really think about it though. They will actually sit there and listen.
I know. Like, that's what my oldest 2 daughters did when they were watching Disney movies.
They'll put it on a different language. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like me growing up, like basically, I won't say we were broke, but my parents got a divorce, right? So father left, and we were broke, like borderline broke, kind of growing up, right? Mm-hmm. So basically, I didn't get my own room, like after my parents divorce.
So you want to know the difference between Latinos and African Americans?
Sure, why not? Because it's a different thing. Because for me personally, I slept in the living room. Like my bed was in the living room. That's how bad it was. And then
it's not that much different. It really is not. It's just that Latinos feel like if they have kids, that after they raise them, that it's our turn to take care of them.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. So African Americans feel the same way too.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah, but Latinos wasn't supposed. They got molested. So it's a difference.
Yeah, we all. Because me personally, I didn't get my own personal room till I was like in 12th grade.
I didn't get mine at all.
Also, you still share like, and then my mom was so strict. I didn't get my first cell phone till I was in college. Imagine that 18-year-old getting your first phone. That's how different was like tough it was for me growing up.
You ain't that much younger.
What you mean? I'm only 24, 25.
You're younger. That's what I can tell.
Yeah, so like things were different.
That's young. I'm 40, baby.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different things like school wise, everything, education wise. But thank you for your time, Miss. And so last question though. Are you from New York, or you were born in New York, raised in?
I was raised in New York.
But you were born out, like
was born in Puerto Rico.
Oh, Puerto Rican. So that's cool, nice. Cause I was born abroad too.
I was raised in New York and I was raised in Atlanta.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
So you more like you miss that community wise thing, right? Cause like how the other lady was talking about being in a community, right? They don't have that no more nowadays, right?
No, they don't have what we used to have, where parents used to look out, like you had neighbors looking out for each other.
They don't have-
looking out for their kids, and they could just tell their parents. That's what I think. Yes, Miss M is right. Is that there's a lot of parents today who don't want to take that responsibility.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Thank you for your time. Thank you very much. And I got your permission to put this right. Thank you.